Hey guys, Anne-Marie ADHD here. So today I want to do some therapy and I'm inviting you all to come along. I know there's a lot of people out there who think therapy is cheesy, they don't want to do it, and you know that it just is kind of pointless or anything like that. And really, to be perfectly honest, therapy is not a waste of time. I wish I'd done more of it when I was younger, because I think a lot of times with mental illness, especially when you're a teenager, it's important to find your sense of self and your sense of identity. And I did to some extent, but I feel like I didn't do enough work on that myself. So what we're gonna do first, exploration into values and the things that are important to me and important to you. So I have these cards: not important, neutral or sometimes important, important, and very important. And I have all of this massive pile of cards, categorize all of those values. And the purpose is to find your top 10 values. So not all of these are going to make it to your final cut. We're going to do it. So I know it sounds like a lot, but it should be very helpful to you just to know where you stand. Like, what are the things that are most important to you? I'm trying to move this so you guys can kind of see it. My Riddler guy fell down again. Okay. All right, so my very importance over here, importance here, neutrals here, not importantness here. Adventure. Well, I would say that is important. I like having a sense of adventure. Trustworthiness. I would say that's very important. Restraint. Constraint or reserve in feelings, behavior, etc. Caution, moderation, self-discipline. I say neutral or sometimes important. Service, an act of help or supplying aids, being of service to others. That is very important to me. Teamwork, that is important to me. Wealth, that is not important to me. However, I'm putting it in the neutral because, you know, that is sometimes important, at least in order to live in society. But it's not important to me in general as a value. Generosity, that goes to very important. Humor, that goes to very important. Justice, important. Reputation, not important, okay? And let me say something about that, especially for the young folks out there. Reputation, yes, in some ways, the way you come off to others, if you need to maintain a professional stance for your job, but in general, you should not care what people think. And that is something I've struggled with my entire life. So reputation, for me, I don't care about that anymore. I just care about being my authentic self. So that's why mine is not important. Self-sufficiency, having confidence in your own resources and abilities, supplying your own needs, that is important to me. Status, the position of an individual, not important. Not important. It doesn't matter if you are the poorest person in the world or the richest person in the world. Status does not matter. You are a human being and you have unique qualities that make you you. And status has nothing to do with who you are as a person deep down and what should be important. Transparency, important. Simplicity, freedom from deceit or guile. Sincerity, I'll say neutral for that. Thoughtfulness, important. Willpower, I would say that's very important because that's something I want to make more important in my life. Romance, very important to me. Passion, feelings, demonstrations of love. Spirituality, I'm putting that as neutral because spirituality is something like, I was raised Catholic, but I am not Catholic. I kind of consider myself an atheist, and it's taken me a long time to figure that out. But I do have a certain aspect of spirituality, but it is not something that I focus on a lot in my life. Tolerance, neutral. Wisdom, neutral. Achievement, neutral. Beauty, neutral. Common sense, that is important. Courage, very important. Efficiency, neutral. There are so many cards in here, y'all. Adaptability, important. What's gonna happen once I sort all these is all of the neutral and the not important cards are getting taken out, and then I am deciding which ones are the best between the very important and important. And then eventually I will find 10 particular values that are the most important to me. So this is what you should kind of be doing on your side, or thinking about, like, what are the most important ones? And you can be writing these down, you can be doing whatever you want. It's up to you. Boldness, refusal to be held back by the opinion or judgment of others. I'm putting this as very important because that is something that I am continuing to work on in my life. Security, that is important. Authenticity, that is very important. Cleverness, neutral. Consistency, that is very important, and that is something that I need to work on as a person with ADHD. Determination, very important for me. Fame, not important. Not important. Fame is not everything, y'all. Fame is not important. Attractiveness, neutral. Cleanliness, well, that's very important. You need to keep yourself clean, but I don't consider that a value, but we'll put it in very important. Confidence, important. Decisiveness, neutral. Faith, neutral. Competency, neutral. Credibility, neutral. Equality, very important. Empathy, oh, here's one of my favorites. That is very important. Compassion, very important. Creativity, very important. Freedom, very important. Honor, neutral. Insight, neutral. Love, very important. Originality, neutral. Power, not important. Calmness, neutral. Ambition, very important. Career, it's important, but it's not everything. Competition, not important. Curiosity, important. Fairness, important. Contentment, that's important. Contentment kind of makes me think of being content with yourself and comfortable with yourself. Diversity, important. Accountability, important. Balance, I'm putting that as very important because that's something I need to work on. Commitment, important. Contribution, neutral. Education is important. Acceptance, that's important. Autonomy, important. Comfort, neutral. Optimism, important. Poise, not important. I'm not even that graceful. Forgiveness, that is very important. Honesty, very important. Innovation, important. Logic, neutral. And remember, neutral is neutral or sometimes important. Resourcefulness, neutral. Flexibility is important. Health, well, health is important. Independence, important. Learning, very important. You learn something new every single day about yourself, about other people, about the world around you. Learning is important. Openness, very important. Pleasure, very important. Very important. Motivation, important. Perseverance, here we go, very important. Recognition, I say neutral. Fun is important. Humility is important. Intellect is important. Modesty is important. Peace is important. Productivity, neutral. Fidelity, very important. Happiness, that is very important. Imagination, that is very important. Knowledge is important. Objectivity is not important to me. It says it means not influenced by personal feelings. I'm always influenced by my personal feelings. I feel my feelings, so that's going to be not important for me. Playfulness, I'm going to say neutral. Family, I'm going to say important. Gentleness, important. Idealism, not important. Kindness, very important. Nature, neutral. Personal growth, very important. That's what we're working on today. Friendship, very important. Hope, very important. Integrity, important. Loyalty, very important. Patience is definitely important. It is something that I am not very good at, but it is important. Practicality, neutral. Selflessness is important. Success, not important. Not important to me. Trust, very important. Reliability is important. Self-awareness is very important. Spontaneity, for me, spontaneity is very important. Toughness is important. Religion, not important to me. Self-care is important. Stability is important. Tradition, neutral. Respect is very important to me. Sensitivity is very important to me. Talent, neutral, because it can be sometimes important. So we're going to take all the things that are not important, and those are gone. So now what I'm going to take is all of these that I have left over, and I'm going to start sorting them again between important and very important, and thinking about them again, and really thinking about what is the most important thing to me in life. So there's many things in here that I value, but what are the most important things in here that I value the most in my life and as a person? And those are the things that tell you a little bit more about who you are as a person and your identity. All of my values that are most important to me in life are, I would say, number one out of all those has to be love. Number two, I would say, is perseverance. Let's put them in order. 1, 2. Number 3, trust. Number 4, honesty. Number 5, empathy. Number 6, openness. Number 7, compassion. Number 8, courage. Number 9, creativity. And number 10, personal growth. So those are my top 10 values. Those are the things that are most important to me as a person. I want you to think about your 10 and think about why those things are the most important values to you. What makes those the most important? For me, I feel like all of these are really important because this is the way that I live my life every day. And these are the things that I am drawn to as a person. And these are the things that I want to achieve and do in my life. I want personal growth. I want perseverance and courage. I'm creative and I like to be open and empathy. I'm an empath, so that's very important to me. I realized, as I've gotten older with therapy and everything, that I haven't prioritized my own mental health. I have prioritized other things instead of getting to know myself as a person. And that's really, really, really important. So if you want to, and what I'm probably going to do today is I'm going to throw these up onto like some scrapbook paper and put it on the wall so that I can see every single day what's the most important thing to me. And that will hopefully give me some motivation, some intrinsic motivation to keep being myself. And I want you to keep being yourself. So this is my therapy cards box. This is where I keep all of my different therapy card decks that I have found on the interwebs that I think are helpful. And inside right now, what I have are different quotes. So I always like to end with a quote to be sort of inspiring, or a quote that you can think about for the rest of the day and think about how you can apply that to your life, or how it applies to your life. So I'm going to pick out 3. I'm going to show them to you guys first, and then I'm going to see what I got. So I'm going to shake the box. By the way, I used to be a high school teacher, so this stuff is like second nature to me. We're going to shake the box. All right. This is the kind of stuff I used to do in my class when we weren't, like, you know, doing English stuff. Okay, so I gotta close my eyes. One. Okay. I don't know if I have that upside down or right side up. Am I pointing it at y'all? Okay, there you go. That's the first one. Number 2. I don't know, is that right side up? And number 3. Is that, oh, this one goes like this. Okay. So now let me see what we've got. So the first one was, I am the keeper and the doer of my dreams. I love that. You are the one who's in control of your dreams and the things that you want to do in your life. So it's up to you to do those things. Whatever you want to do and whatever you want to accomplish in life, that is up to you. Second one was, I choose to make the rest of my life the best of my life. Oh my God, I love that. That like matches the first one. And then the third one says, I will never give up because great things take time. Oh my God, guys. This is so funny because these thoughts are the kinds of things that I've been thinking about lately since I've turned 35. I'm like, okay, I've lived my entire life, you know, not consistently to achieve the goals and do the things that I want to do in life. So it is crazy that these 3 cards came out because, like, I would not have expected that. I'm the doer of my dreams. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do my YouTube channel, Anne Marie ADHD. I'm going to help people do their own therapy. And I'm going to talk about mental health and do all my creative passions. I will never give up because great things take time. In order to make quality content, I have got to really focus and do cool things and come up with cool ideas. And I'm creative, so that should be second nature to me. And right now, and until forever, I'm going to choose to make the rest of my life the best of my life. I'm not going to let things bring me down. Now, everybody has ups and downs. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have good days. But if you can make this sort of a mantra of, you know, let's make the best of these situations, I find that can be helpful, because even in times of complete chaos and stress, there is something that we can say to ourselves that is positive. We might not think that at the time. We might need somebody else to help us figure that out. I know when I'm like super low, super down, super depressed, nothing is gonna cheer me up, and nothing is going to, you know, give me that new spark of joy, except for my hobbies. So when you feel really depressed and you feel really down and you want to make the best of your life, go to your music if you like to play music. Go to your art if you like to make art. Go to your happy place. Do whatever it is that you think is going to make you feel happiness. And it's taken me a long time to kind of realize that too. As a person with ADHD, I've had so many hobbies and creative passions throughout my life, and there are ones that have stuck with me over the years, and those are the ones I am keeping. But I'm always interested in trying new things, and that's something else I think that you should be open to, is trying something new, because you never know, it might be something amazing. I learned to play the drums at 26 or 27 because I was so curious and I wanted to be spontaneous and be like, okay, well, guitar, like I can play guitar, but I'm not the best. I was like, let me try a different instrument. It was life-changing. I love playing the drums. So you never know until you try something. So hopefully you've learned a little bit more about yourself and what's important to you. And you've also got some positive motivation for your day, because that's the point of these videos. It's not therapy in that we're gonna have breakdowns and cry. I might cry sometimes. There might be really sensitive things that we talk about, but this first one, I just wanted to kind of think about yourself and who you are. Identity is one of the number one things that people going into therapy need help with. And so figure out who you are and don't be afraid of it. I was afraid for so long to be myself and be more open on social media. I didn't want to show like my whole body and like my legs and stuff, because I was like, well, I'm not at the weight that I want to be, so I don't want people to see me. And even when I was like thinner, I still didn't want to show all of myself on the internet, like my whole body, like my bottom half. But I don't care anymore, because I am in control of my destiny. I shouldn't care what anyone else thinks. If I'm enjoying myself and I feel like I'm making a difference in someone else's life, it doesn't matter what I look like when I'm doing it. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter what you do with your life as long as you are happy. And I will tell you guys that the last few weeks since my birthday, I have felt more authentic and more open. Actually, since I dyed my hair, which now it's all faded, but that really helped me with my identity too, because I've been dyeing my hair for years, different colors, and this was the first time I did pink, purple, and blue. And I saw myself with those colors and I said, this looks like the hair that I should have always had. These are the colors that I like in my hair. And I've always bounced between like red hair and blonde hair, red and blonde. But seeing those colors in my hair, I was like, this is like a reflection of the inside of me, these colors. And it makes me feel good. And anything that makes you feel good, you should not deny yourself. If it makes you feel good, and it is good for your soul. It is good for your soul if it makes you feel good. So, yeah, be yourself, be open. Screw what other people think. Screw what other people think, okay? People are dumb. The internet is full of stupid people. You shouldn't waste your time worrying about what somebody else is going to think. You know, are they going to see my fat roll when I dance on TikTok? Who cares? Who cares if they do? You're not doing that for them. You're doing it for you. So these are the kinds of things I need to tell myself. You know, I sound very confident in saying these things to myself right now. But, you know, later today, if I end up doing a dancing video or singing or something, I will have those thoughts in my head that completely contradict that are like, you're terrible, you're horrible, you can't do this, you're ugly. And I need to turn those off. So this is something else where if you ever need that extra boost of self-esteem and you want to come back to these videos and listen to the positive things, do that. because I personally need to create this voice. This is not a voice that is naturally in my head. So I need to create it. I'm listening too much to that evil inner voice that doesn't like me to be happy or successful. Stay tuned for more videos on my channel. I am doing a Mental Health Mondays video every Monday, and that is going to be either me talking about a specific topic related to mental health or just venting about my personal journey with mental health and some of the things that I struggle with the most on a daily basis. And I put out my newest one yesterday, so you can see that. I hope you enjoyed this video and it was helpful to you. If you like this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be doing more with this and also working on some of my creative projects, doing art and music therapy, and I would love for you guys to join me in my journey. I hope that you will start your own personal journey and be inspired too by this. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.